I saw a skinhead walking through downtown with an American Nazi Party flag. Brandon Nakasato, living in Canada, and I vote in Kentucky. I do see this as an election that is, at least for American democracy, an existential decision. Uh, and I go back, at least for me, this is, in that sense, this is a very emotional election. It is, of course, about policies, but it for me is about defending the foundations of the system that has given us our rights and has given us the ability to make sure that those rights are enjoyed. For me, I think back as an example to this being an existential struggle to volunteering for Obama in 2008. The joy of seeing him on stage at Grant Park in Chicago with his family. Uh, I think about that. I think about seeing him give his victory speech and sitting there with my boyfriend at the time. And then I think about a few weeks later being, the hope and the fear of his safety when he was walking during the inauguration, when he got out of the car. That fear was increased and amplified because on the day that he was inaugurated in 2009, as I was walking to watch it on TV, I saw a skinhead walking through downtown with an American Nazi Party flag. And then a few weeks later, because I lived in the small town I lived downtown, the KKK showed up a few weeks later. And so when I say that this is emotional, that there is the hope, I have seen through the election of Obama what we are capable of, but we have also seen the resurfacing of the viciousness of the hate as well. And so when I see a man who has said that there are fine folk in the protesters at Charlottesville, a man who sought the death penalty for the five, the Central Park Five, a man who has been convicted now of rape and fraud, a man who has said in Project 2025 that he seeks to create a new section where the independence of the federal service is not ensured. There is a plan now. There is an actual plan that details the actual threats to our democracy. And for me, that is existential. And for me, that brings up the same feelings that I saw when I had the hope and the joy of seeing Obama be elected and his family in the White House, but also the incredible fear of seeing a skinhead walking through downtown and the KKK showing up in downtown saying that we are not going away. Those two strings exist simultaneously. And those are the reasons why I say that you must vote. I know that it's not compulsory, but if you believe in democracy, if you take it seriously, if you take the sacrifices of the people that have come before you seriously, then you must vote. Otherwise, you apparently don't, because that is the way that you defend our democracy. You do the simple thing of going to the ballot box and voting for the people who have already served this country for decades. So I think you don't really have a choice here. You have a man who has shown that he is a threat to American democracy and apparently loves himself far above the commitment to this country. And so I don't really see this as a legitimate choice. There's only really one defender of democracy on the ballot. All you have to do is go and vote. Votefromabroad.org. Please edit that.
Everyone who can vote should vote. Americans abroad, go to votefromabroad.org and request an absentee ballot today. Ask for it to be delivered by email.